My daughter Leah was incredible. She was the life of our family. As I look back, when you see pictures of her and video of her, her spirit just comes through. She was alive. We never knew why she carried a purse. We used to tease her about it because she was so little to carry a purse, and then we found out it was because she had snacks for her little sister in the purse. And in the mornings when I'd get the girls up for school, and I'd always say, Leah, come on. No, Mom, I'm so tired. And I'd go in her room and I'd pull off the cover. She'd be all dressed, her hair would be in braids, you know, she'd just be messing with me. But that's who Leah was. She just, she was remarkable. She had a pectus carinatum, which is where that people call it pigeon chest. Your chest comes out. And so every morning she'd get up and put on a t-shirt and, you know, be uncomfortable. I took her to a doctor and they said, well, you can do something about it, but they didn't tell me, like there was no need to, and that it was really a major surgery. So we did that, and a lot of things went wrong that day. So we went to the room, and she was on an epidural for pain. So they kept increasing her fentanyl and whatever to the highest amount, and she was in pain. So she wasn't getting pain relief if she was just getting her 80-pound body saturated with narcotics. My husband had to leave to go home to our other children, and he said to the nurse, I really don't want to get in anybody's business, but my child is way over-medicated, and I don't want anyone to give her more medicine. And the resident said, if you're not going to allow me to increase her narcotics, I'll give her something for anxiety, because she has to take deeper breaths. Maybe she's just scared of the pain. So it turned out that the resident had written an order for 2 milligrams of Ativan every 2 hours. And if you're familiar with Ativan, 2 milligrams of Ativan would put a grown man to sleep. She never spoke again after that first injection of Ativan. She was not on any monitors. The law is every 2 to 4 hours you take somebody's vitals and monitor them. I had been awake for 30 hours, and I remember sitting in the chair. It was midnight. I was watching Saturday Night Live, and I always remember Al Gore was the guest host, and I dozed off, and I woke up sometime around 2, and she was dead. I screamed, and they came, and for 40 minutes they're pounding on her chest to resuscitate her, and I'm sitting in the hall crying because I know she's dead. I've seen her. And I called my husband to come back, and I have a memory of my husband walking down the hall of the hospital, and I was sitting on the floor, and I looked up and I said, Leah died. He fell to the ground, and it took a couple people to pick him up and put him on a bed. And when I went home that day and told my other daughters, basically that was the end of our perfect family as we had known it. This was so avoidable. Had she been on a monitor, they would have detected that her breathing was deteriorating and the dose of narcotic was way too high, and something would have triggered an alert before she died while I was sleeping. And monitoring is so easy nowadays. I mean, the new technology is so simple, you know, and inexpensive and not invasive, and to find somebody dead in bed is inexcusable. I knew I couldn't live my life and not do something. So I focused on what I want to be Leah's Law, which I think is so simple: continuous post-op monitoring for patients on opioids. 800 children will die this year because they're not on a monitor after surgery. That's so easy. You're not supposed to bury your children, and especially not healthy children. So I can't not do this for her, even if Leah's Law never becomes a law, just to inform people. If you're in a hospital, demand a monitor.